What up, guys? I'm back. Got an announcement today over email from my job, from a company I drive for, and they said it was putting everybody at 60 cents a mile. I said, well. And according to that, following that, I was watching some of the other drivers reply, "Thank you," smiley faces. I'm thinking to myself, well, I don't mean to sound arrogant, but I think I'm worth more than 60 cents. No BS. I'm like, I think I'm worth more than 60 cents. But at the same time now, let me say this. I don't know if I want to say I'm surprised, or I want to say I'm grateful, or I want to say I'm happy. But what I will say is, it's a good thing. Be a company driver, get 60 cents a mile, compared to where some other drivers at. Some drivers are just starting out. Some drivers may even be getting, let's just say, 55 cents a mile, but at the end of the week, their check don't reflect that. So I think it's good. I think it falls in that realm. It's good. The other thing about it is, excuse me, I gotta clear my throat. Sorry about that. The other thing is, it makes you kind of wonder, how well did the company do? Now, granted, I don't drive for a mega carrier. I don't want to drive for like a medium-sized company. I think this company altogether got like 35, 40 trucks, somewhere like that. And we're in I'm based out of Alabama, because that's where the company's at, in South Alabama, that is. So, in an overall perspective, I still come back to, it's a good thing, according to what I just said. You know, some drivers are getting 55 cents. Some drivers may be getting 60 cents. But at the end of the week, they check don't reflect that. And this is what I mean by that. Let's say you take that driver that's getting 55 cents a mile. At the end of the year, his gross may be at like 60, 65, something like that. In the same token, one would say, if you get 55 cents a mile, why you only gross 55, 60,000? You should be at least at 80. Well, part of that is like his availability, his or her availability, their on-time delivery, how well their dispatchers work to get them reloaded and so forth, how well their dispatchers work to get them unloaded if they at a certain spot and they've been held there a while. I would say across the board, I would say my company's kind of average. And I would also say that I think there's a little favoritism in there sometimes. And I don't fall in that. I don't fall in that category. Not the favoritism category. I don't fall in that category. I just fall in the category that you give me the load, especially if it's a load that makes sense. Now, if it's a load that doesn't make sense, I'm gonna question it. I'm gonna question it. But here's the thing about that. I've been in this game so long now, at this point in time, it seems futile to question some of the things. The reason why is because they're not gonna change it. The dispatchers, that is. They're not going to change the times. They're not going to talk to the brokers or whatever. They're not going to do none of that. Now, I will put this caveat in there. The dispatcher I have now, she's better than our other dispatcher. She's like Let me be good. I don't want to say nothing negative about anybody. I really don't. But she's not. She doesn't work with the efficiency and proficiency as my dispatcher. I say it that way. So I will also say this. I'm pretty familiar with a lot of these highways out here. And if I'm not familiar with it, I'm quick on my feet to figure it out, like what I need to do in order to get where I need to go. And I will bite the bullet a lot of times, such as like if you unload at, let's just say you finish unloading at 11:30 in the day, but they give you a delivery time that's at like a pickup time at like 7 o'clock. Well, 9 times out of 10, depending on what time you start your day, you're not gonna have enough hours. So I will bite the bullet and go that extra step and call the shipper and see if they got some spaces I can park, or can I come in at least like an hour or maybe 2 hours early to be there already, so I don't run out of time and miss picking the load up, because you do have that convenience, that convenience time afterwards, in terms of like if you run out of hours while you're getting loaded and so forth. So I try to maximize that, but maximize it with that window that, like, if I was to get pulled into a wait station or something like that, that the DOT officer is not gonna be like, woo, let's go back the whole week, see what you've been doing, how many violations you got. So I try to work within all those stances. And then the other thing is, I'm a hell of a driver. I am. You know, I'm not going to shortchange myself at all on that. I'm a hell of a damn driver. I make this shit go. So, you know, and I think a lot of us as drivers say that. But then again, I have worked with drivers that make comments like that, and we'll be going to the same spots, and I'm like, dang, what took you so long? I'm like, what took you so long to get here? God dang. But hey, everybody don't drive the same, whether you're in a personal vehicle or whether you're in a rig. Everybody just don't drive the same. And everybody's endurance is not the same. And so, yeah, we're at 60 cents a mile. And so, I guess I will see what 60 cents a mile looks like in the payroll department. Yeah. Because I deliver flowers mostly. And we're about to come up on the spring, so we finna start doing that all over again. Right now, I'm delivering general freight. Like, I'm delivering some charcoal over here at the Publix down here in Jacksonville, Florida. Bad charcoal for like barbecue pits, things of that sort. And I must say, this is my first time ever coming to this Publix. And I've been driving for over 2 decades. This is my first time ever coming to this Publix. But I like the way they, now this may be a one-off, but I like the way I got on in here and they went ahead and got started unloading me. I like that. I do. I like that. Because I done been to some Walmarts. What else? Who was the other one? Some Sam's. Oh Lord. Piggly Wiggly in Bessemer, Alabama. I know a lot of you reefer guys know what I'm talking about. If y'all hear this, that Piggly Wiggly in Bessemer, Alabama. Ugh. And I don't drive a reefer. I drive a drive-in. Oh man, they're a headache. They're a headache to get to and a headache to get in and out of there. Now that place is a problem. So yeah, I done been to some regular general freight places that I'm like, dang, what is taking so long? Especially when they're not busy. So, that's that. But yeah, we had 60 cents a mile, and so I guess we'll see. We'll see how all of it turns out. So, you guys be safe, and hey, drop me a comment what y'all think about that. Let me know how y'all feel about it. And we're gonna keep trucking, baby. Keep trucking, and blow that smoke up out the stacks. Deuces.